So it's all for play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
Hi villains, and welcome to For the Love of Paul McGrath podcast. Just me here at the moment. Neil will be on the way shortly. Hope everybody is doing well and is looking forward to our first game in the conference or the Carabao Cup. Yeah, caught on my own. Sorry about this. Hope you're all well. I thought we'd have a team sheet in by now, but it doesn't appear to be there just yet. Neil will be with us shortly, as I say. Let me know what you're hoping for tonight. Let me know who you're hoping to see. If there's going to be any bolters or anybody that tickles your fancy that we haven't seen before. There's a number of people I wish will get a run. Obviously, don't want to go too mad changing the team up and having a chasing the game situation again where we've got to bring everybody on. I presume the League Cup is probably an hour out, and that's why we haven't seen any team sheet. Yes, it's probably just a little bit different to the league. Anyway, how is everybody? Any news for me? Let me know what's happening. Real life is in the way for Neil there now. What have we got here? Icky is saying Costa and Bogard tonight. I think that could happen. I think Costa a right back and Bogard in the middle. Dan Downey says Wilson will be good to see tonight. I think we all think that, and we all want Wilson to get a new contract ASAP and tie him down because he looks like a really decent prospect. Flange says, smash the like, gang. 200 watching, only 20 likes. Yeah, throw them in there. Say hello, tell us where you're from while we're waiting on the team to come in. Rob Henry says, Buen dia to start for me. Absolutely. Don't see any reason why he wouldn't. Peter M says, Philogene, if he's fit, yeah, 100%. What else we got here? Saw one there. Where did I see? Carl McLatchy said Duran to start. Yes. I think we all think that's going to happen tonight. Unless he rests both Duran and goes with a Rory Wilson instead. But I don't even think Watkins will be in the squad, to be honest. But let's see how that goes. Anything else happening here? Neil is on the way. I see him coming in there at the back post. I think. Do we see Mings? Definitely not. Don't think we see Mings tonight. Mings is still a little bit off. Good evening.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing?
How are you?
I'm grand. Rushing around the place. Not the nationality, but I'm rushing around the place.
Someone mentioned Kessler Hayden. We don't have Kessler Hayden anymore, Neil. Sure, we don't. He's on loan.
Yes, Kessler Hayden is with Preston. Remember, he missed the penalty against Fulham.
He did, yeah. Anyway.
Ola Anderson coming in there with a question there. Any risk we lose? There's always a massive risk we lose in the League Cup third round. There's always a massive risk. History would probably dictate that we will lose. That's what I would say.
And look, it can very easily happen when you put out an inexperienced team, which could happen tonight. But look, we're hoping it'll be a mixture of both. Who are you waving to?
I'm trying to get my camera to focus. For whatever reason, it won't focus. Or maybe it is. It's focusing on the thing in the background, on the For the Love of Paul McGrath side. Maybe that's better, that it focuses there on this and not on me.
Not on you.
Not on me.
Lee Johnson
Anyway.
says Bogard at centre back. Yeah, I think Bogard at centre back and Costa Nedeljkovic at right back. What do you think?
I'm surprised we don't have a team. I'm going to be honest. That's what I think. I'm also surprised because I'm surprised and slightly worried that my other monitor here now just won't turn on for whatever reason.
Right.
But yeah,
Neil,
I think we'll see.
Anyone ever ask you this question? What do you guys work with when you're not doing this great podcast? Remy, we could tell you that, but we'd probably have to kill you if we did. So
we'd have to kill you, yeah. We'd tell you what we'd have to kill you. I work right here. I work just the other side of this, out this side. That's where I work. Sitting down here. Yeah. That's probably that's exactly the reason why I'm late.
This used to be my office, and I've literally just started a new job, so I'm not at home anymore, which is makes it a little bit more difficult to get onto these team sheet tantrums. Plus, I spent the last hour on a chiropractor's table, which wasn't very pretty, so I'm very sore right now.
Yeah,
and looking forward to lying on the couch and hopefully having a relaxing evening watching Aston Villa.
Exactly. As I say, Father Time is undefeated. Lee Johnson comes in there and says, I think Ramsey might start. Yeah, I think look, I think we're going to see Diego. Excuse me, I think we're going to see Diego Carlos start tonight. I think we're going to see Ramsey start tonight. I think Nedeljkovic starts. I think Barkley probably starts in midfield. I think Ramsey will start out wide left. Philogene or Caden Young, or maybe even he plays Bailey wide right and brings one of the kids on. But yeah, I think that's probably the way it goes tonight, and Duran starts up top. Sorry, I'm running on only one screen at the moment, and it's incredibly annoying. So I'm a bit discombobulated because of that at the moment. But we should have a team now any minute. Still not out.
6 minutes, maybe. 6 minutes away.
6 minutes. Yeah, I was going with the. I thought they changed it to 75 minutes for all games now, but it seems it's just for Premier League games and
games, I would imagine.
And Champions League games, yeah.
A few people mentioning Barkley there. Does Barkley get a start?
Yeah. Or Barkley
is Barkley due a start in the league?
I think there's nothing to say that Barkley couldn't start today and start on Saturday. Nothing to say that.
Does Barkley start next Wednesday is the big question.
But no, Barkley won't start next Wednesday because I expect us to be in a lower block, and I expect, discombobulated. I expect Barkley to be that impact sub like he's been, and I think he knows the score from that point of view.
David Dwyer says Paddy works for PGMOL. He's bringing them down from within.
Trojan horse, Paddy. Paddy's a Trojan horse, yeah. Yeah, I think today so left back will probably be Ian Maatsen as well. We left out left back at Ian Maatsen. So I'm going to go make a prediction of Gauchi in goals. Nedeljkovic, probably Nedeljkovic, Bogard, Carlos, Maatsen. He could very easily play Bogard right back or Bogard in defensive midfield and play Konza and Diego Carlos there very easily. He could very easily start Tyrone Mings. Could very easily play Sils Finkels. I think that backline is the most difficult part because that backline then dictates who the defensive midfielder is going to be. If it's going to be Carlos and Bogard in two centre halves, I think Onana starts beside Barkley. I think he starts beside Barkley. And then I think you've got JJ on the left, Philogene on the right if he's fit, Bundia behind Duran.
Can't argue with any of that.
Yeah.
I want to pick with somebody here, Neil. Ronan Ward. Says Paddy's a male model, Peter Stringfellows. I've a bone to pick with Ronan because I was listening to a podcast today which clashed with our podcast last night. I guess which one Ronan was commenting on. It wasn't ours.
Well, you think you know your friends, don't you? You think you know people, don't you?
Yeah, he's found out.
Yeah, I know. But Peter, you have a story. Actually, I know we probably can't, it's probably not for this podcast, but you do have a Peter Stringfellow story, if I'm not mistaken. I remember you telling it to me one time before, so maybe that's where that came from.
I'd say that's where it came from because I probably told Ronan at some stage, yeah, I will tell everybody at a live podcast some stage when the cameras are turned off.
Yeah. We're 3 minutes away from team. I don't like this. I've spent the last couple of weeks giving out about the fact that it's been too early for a team sheet tantrum. And now I'm kind of on edge and itchy that I'm waiting for the team. So I can't, you can't please me. Can't please me at the moment. Now my camera's focusing on Paul McGrath in the background. There we go. I've somehow got the focus back. Oh, Jesus, take it off again.
900 people in here. If it's your first time in here, please do hit the subscribe button. If you're on Twitter, when it's over, come across and find us on YouTube and say hello and get involved in the comments. You're more than welcome. Even if it's just to abuse us, that's absolutely fine too. We get over it.
And you know what's happening? We've always said like and subscribe to the podcast as well. But even if you're not a serial commenter, like a couple of the guys here, which we absolutely love, and we love all the comments, try and read as many of them as we possibly can. Even if you just comment in like, I don't know, a heart or a line emoji or something like that, just into the chat, it drives the algorithm mad. And I've seen it since I've started asking people to do that. And I just said it as a throwaway thing that we've seen more and more people actually find the podcast that way. So it costs you nothing just to pop in a line emoji or a heart emoji somewhere along the line. And even if you're watching this on playback, do that as well. Even if you're not watching it live, just keeps the algorithm out there and it helps us as best we possibly can. So that's great stuff. Yeah, remember all the likes help Neil's itch. It's my vanity project, Darren. That's what it is. It's just as I say, this is a complete another vanity project. That's all it is. And as you can see, I take massive care in my hair and my looks. So it's all about the vanity for me. Yeah, so we're about 30 seconds away from the team here. Probably a bit less.
An unusual situation here where we're filling, aren't we?
It's very unusual. Yeah, I'm very uncomfortable with it for whatever reason. I think it's because I was late as well and I couldn't get my chance to zen my chakras. Isn't that what they say? Is it what they say? I'm not 100% sure. But I didn't get a chance to do that. I had to run straight in and get back to this after washing 2 children. They were my children before anybody starts any rumors out there. They were both mine. But still no team sheet yet. Still no team sheet.
Still
you know what, Paddy? While we're waiting for the team sheet, this might be a great way to fill. Anybody out there hear this? No, you won't hear it. Wait a minute. You won't hear it. Now you might hear it. Applause or an air horn. The air horn might be good to go because I've been trying to get my buttons back on again. My soundboard because there's a couple of great sound bites. Obviously, the Unai Emery one is definitely getting added to my soundboard as soon as I figure out how to get it back working again. But I don't know if anyone can hear the air horns going. I certainly can't anyway. But yeah, so that's it. Okay, so James, I know exactly what the story is there. So if you're hearing it and it's fading out, maybe this. Maybe now you can
have a team.
Anyway, we filled enough. Is the team out?
It is.
Caden Young time AMS is saying they're brilliant.
Typing it here.
Do you type it there, son? I'll share it up on the screen. So share screen. I will indeed, yeah. And Mr. Barkley is there staring back at me. So Joe Gauci, Nedeljkovic, Bogarts, Finkels, Matson, Bailey and Onana, Barkley, Young, Buendia, and Duran. And obviously Bailey isn't playing as that holding midfielder, but we weren't too far wrong, Paddy. I said that if he went with Bogart at centre half, he was going to play Onana at that as that holding midfielder, and I was proven right. I'm absolutely delighted to see Caden Young in there. Anybody who saw the pre-match podcast we did last night will know that was really what I was looking forward to. I don't really care about anybody else on the team sheet. I'm here for Caden Young tonight, and this is going to be a complete another Caden Young. Hopefully I'll be fanboying afterwards because I'm just so excited about him. Every time I've seen him, as I said before, he sounds he's a fully grown man, you know, at the age of whatever, 17, 18, and I'm so excited about him. So hopefully he gives me something to be excited about tonight and he doesn't get sent off after 4 minutes or something like that. The bench is Ali Ziyech, Diego Carlos, Jacob Ramsey, Tommy Rowe, Aidan Borland, Jimo Aloba is there as well, Travis Patterson, Kobe Moore, and Ben Broggio. So, Paddy, last night we were saying would he fill the bench with young players? I'm absolutely delighted. There's 2 names there that I'm I didn't expect to be there, and that was Aidan Borland, but I should have expected because he's been ripping it up since he came down from Celtic. And the other one was a fellow who we forgot last night was Travis Patterson, who left back, who has been on the team on the squad under Unai Emery before. So that's really exciting. That's it, really. Yeah, is it Tommy or Tristan? I know that there was two of them there. Maybe I get them confused the whole time.
Teddy, is there a Teddy?
Teddy Rowe was here. Teddy and Tristan. Maybe did I say Tommy? Tommy Rowe is a fellow I work with. That's where I got that one wrong. Tommy Rowe. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If it's Tommy Rowe that's starting there or that's on the Villa bench, that'll be a turn up for the books anyway. That's for sure. He'll bring up the average age of that bench by about 25 years. That's he's one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's someone says there we're going Dutch at the back. There's 3 Dutch players in that back line: Swinkels, Bogard, Matson. Although Matson, if rumours are to be believed, is going to be an Indonesian international soon. If rumours are to be believed, he's trying to get his Indonesian passport. Who knows?
Really?
I don't know. Can people travel easily on the Indonesian passport? I don't know. I've absolutely no idea. But anyway, yeah. So I'm excited. Like, I'm really excited about this. Like, that bench is something to be excited about. I'd love to see Ben Brogio get a run tonight. I'd love to see it on that right hand side. Maybe him coming on for Caden Young, because Caden Young doesn't have the. Oh well, Caden Young's going to be playing on the left hand side there. But maybe even Brogio comes on for Bailey. Bailey's only back from some time out. Brogio comes on for Bailey, and after maybe 60 minutes, that's really exciting to see.
It is. I'd love to see Aidan Borland get in there as well, because he's one I'd forgotten about, who has absolutely ripped it up since he came down, as you said, from Scotland. So I'd love to, and I believe he's Irish qualified.
Yeah, boy. I think he is too.
We'll say that low. We'll say that low just in case. Nobody heard us. The 1,200 people here didn't really hear that. But anyway, we'll get on to that discussion.
Did you say something you weren't supposed to say on the podcast, Benny? A bit giddy tonight, as I said. There was zero planning went into this one. I barely got the splash screen up in time and everything. But yeah, look, I think everybody should be excited to go away and watch this match. And look, I know everybody wants silverware, and I know people want to go long, go far, and go. I know people want to go far in this competition, and as do I. The reason I want to go far in this competition, or I want to go to the next stage as well, is if we draw opposition from maybe a similar league as well, it gives these young guys another chance. We're out of that Fleetwood Cup. Are we out of that Fleetwood Cup? Did we lose that game?
No, that's a 3-game.
It is a 3-game. Yeah, sorry. No, you're right. But it even gives these guys better competition. We did win too. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. We did win it. But it gives the guys more. It gives those fringe players, those younger players, should I say, not fringe players. Like Ben Brogio is only like 17, 18. A lot of those younger guys there are all under 20. You know, so some of them even just about 18. So that's really interesting. And like, as the club grows, and we've seen it there as well, that like we've left some of our good players in and around 20 years of age leave the club. The Aaron Ramseys are gone, Cameron Archer is gone, and we need to replace those as well. And you know, one of the few things that Mr. Purslow said that was really interesting at the time is that you know, we want players to be, and Mark Harrison actually said it too as well. We want players to be ready to play, and we want players to be good enough to be considered to be in around the team at 18, 19, not 21, 22. Yeah. You know, those 2 extra years give the club massive stability, financial stability as well, from the point of view of, obviously, you're paying them less wages. They're probably still within their first contract of senior contract, and then secondly as well, the massive resale value that you have from a young player, say performing really well like that, you know, and getting game time is huge. So yeah, the gauntlet will be thrown down to the likes of Aidan Borland and Ben Brogio and Kobe Moore and Travis Patterson and Jimo Aloba tonight, you know, and Tommy Rowe. I know he's not Tommy, but Tristan Rowe tonight to go for it. And if they get a chance to shine, that's great.
Distracted a little bit by the comments. People
Me
wonder
too.
where Barnechea is. Anyway, Barnechea is at Bologna. Jaden Philogene, we're told, did recover from his illness, which had him out, and then picked up an injury. So he's not ready either. I suppose the Rory Wilson story will rumble a little bit, and some people will be a little bit irked by it. Look, if the guy has decided he's moving on, why would we make a better player of him by putting him in there? That would be my opinion. That's the old-fashioned way, as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, Barnechea is at Valencia. It's Illing Jr. that's at Bologna. Isn't that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
You'd have to think that he won't play against us in a few weeks' time either.
Who knows? I'm not 100% sure. Jet is asking, where's Ruben Shakpok? I had great hopes for Ruben Shakpok as well after we signed him from Norwich, but he was released this year, I think, if not last year. And I know he rocked up at some half-decent club as well, but I can't really remember. My mind is escaping me. I'm very absent-minded tonight. And I'm only in for a small bit of mischief anyway, more so than anything else, because I'm a bit giddy about this game. Yeah, look, it's there's a couple of players that are like, it's going to be sink. I was going to say sprinkles or swim out there tonight, because that's those two centre halves, Bogart and Sprinkles, they're going to have a tough test tonight because they're going to be up against decent strikers. They're going to be up against strikers that have been playing against men for a good long period of time, whereas these two guys haven't. And that's a big step up, regardless of the quality or the talent that these guys have, but just the robust nature. And I know Sam Vokes isn't going to be there tonight, but the young Ivorian guy Kone is going to be there as well. I'm going to try and bring up the Wycombe team in a moment. I'm finding it difficult to find it. That's what I was typing there a moment ago. But we'll take a look at that. There's going to be.
Update on Ruben Shakpok. He was released this year and is currently clubless.
I thought he rocked up somewhere. By the way, it's Wycombe Wanderers' birthday as well today. So whoever the admin is for Wycombe Wanderers, happy birthday! Happy birthday today, because the balloons just shot up as I went to your Twitter page. Let's see who your team is. So Ravazoli in goals, Scowen, Hartridge, Wheeler, Butcher, Backinson, Lowe, Sadler, Skura, Lubala, the guy who scored 4 the last day in the Johnston Payne Trophy, and then Pattenden there as well. So, so like I'm going to be honest with you, the most I know from this team is that Kieran Sadler is going to be number 23. He's going to play on the right-hand side, or the left-hand side. He's going to play as one of the wingers. That guy Skura, remember, Paddy, we were going through the team last night before we came on, and I goes, why does this guy ring a bell? And the reason that guy rings a bell is he's a young centre half who came up through the lower leagues and is with Wycombe now. But I read a guy's scouting report on him last year when I think he'd signed for Wycombe at that stage. And this guy was like, this Daniel Skura is like, he could be one of these bolters to move up the leagues really, really quickly. So interested to see what he's like tonight as well. The guy up top would be, I would imagine, Lubala. There, and I don't know a whole pile about the rest of their team. I will be honest with you. Like they've I'm looking at their bench there. Garrett McCleary, the 37-year-old Jamaican, is on the bench. That guy Coney, he's an Ivorian striker, is on the bench as well. So they've got
Irish looking names on the bench there too.
Yeah,
Leahy and McCarthy.
Am I related to your man Leahy or Lahi if he's from Tipperary? You would know what way to pronounce it. So look, I'm just trying to see if I can find a line out for the team, because look, I'm not going to bluff anyone. I barely looked at Wycombe. The first time I looked at their stuff was yesterday before we did the preview show, and I think that's So Jasper Pattenden there anyway as a defender. I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's going to be Lubala up top. I would imagine then Joe Lowe is going to be one of the defenders as well. Scouden is I'm not even going to do this in the podcast, to be honest with you. David Wheeler is going to be midfield. I know that. Put Scowen, and your man Matt Butcher is going to be midfield as well. I'm just checking to see if he's any relation to Terry. It doesn't seem so. And apart from that, that's where we are at the moment. And I can confirm To the best of my knowledge, your man McCarthy is not Irish, he's English, and your man Leahy is also English as well. So, Paddy, we're left with only Kieran Sadlier as an Irish interest on this team.
Well, here's an interest for you. The guy that we're worried about that scored the 4 goals the last day, Lubala, born in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Dr. Congo,
started his career at
Blues. Yeah. Started his career at Blues. Actually, he started his youth career with a class team called Leicester Nirvana. There you go. That's why you come to this podcast. Shit like that. Absolutely. Lubala was with Burton last year as well. He scored 5 goals and 20 appearances for Burton over the course of last year, and he was with Blackpool prior to that. So you don't mug that Lubala anyway. He's been around the leagues, and it's going to be interesting. I'm absolutely buzzing about this game. Looking forward to watching it now. Looking forward to the potential of our players more so than anything else. I'm not really looking for a massively polished performance. I'm looking for individual performances in this. I'm looking to go out and get a job done in this. I'm obviously looking for the team to win. I'm hoping Buendia has an absolute sparkler of a game. I'm hoping Barkley has a sparkler of the game. I'm also hoping Caden Young has an absolute sparkler of a game. And, you'll have to drag the phone out of my cold, lifeless hands for me not to put a bet on John Durant to score 2 goals in this one as well. I think the way things are going for him. But I'd expect him to get 70, 80 minutes as well. What do you boys think for Captain McGinn's absence? Emmy Buendia tonight, and I think Emmy Martinez will be captain.
Tonight, but it'll be Emmy Martinez. We saw something very interesting when we played Young Boys of Bern last week. Wasn't the goalkeeper the captain? Do you remember?
For Bern?
Yeah, you could actually hear the referee speaking to the players. It was the first time I've ever seen it happen. He's talking to John McGinn, and he's talking to the Young Boys of Bern goalkeeper. And he asked the Young Boys goalkeeper, who was the outfield captain? Isn't that bizarre?
Interesting. Yeah.
So obviously he can't walk the length of the pitch to ask the questions. So they obviously have to nominate somebody to talk to the referee, which I thought was bizarre. Anyway, there you go.
Yeah. Bruce is asking here, is the game... And Bruce is asking, is the game on Villa TV? It's not.
It's on Sky Sports.
Villa TV. It's on Sky Sports. Yeah, it's on Sky Sports. I'm going to go with 4-1 win tonight, Paddy. I'm feeling myself. I'm going to go with 4-1 win in this one. Yeah. What do you think?
Okay. I'm going to go.
We don't keep clean sheets like.
Well, I'm going to go one better. I'm going to go with a clean sheet, and I'm going to go 4-0.
Grand, 4-0. All right, I'll take that as well, because Frank is going with 5-0. What's everyone else going for? Do you want to pop in your predictions here, and we'll run down through them as well? Jonathan Kinsler is going 0-0 Villa on penalties. 7-0 says Jet.
Before you go through them, Neil, I'm going to have to jump off because I've got to go and collect my daughter before the match starts. So
go for it.
Yeah, enjoy the game, guys, and we'll talk to you afterwards. Up the Villa.
Adios. Bye. Up the Villa. Michael Richards is going 4-1 Villa. Dan Downey's going 3-0 Villa. Richard Edwards is going 3-0. Flange is going 4-1. Wait for him to come in. Peter is going for 4-0. Duran scoring 2, and then Duran scores another one, and then Young scores 1. So is that Duran hat trick? Or is Duran scoring 2 in the first half? KTF FTF Walker is going 4-0. 4-0 says Junior as well. Cat Cannon is going 8-3. Converted Villa fan Wifey says 3-0. And Cash is going with 6-0. Nicole going 5-1. Sewer Sounds going 3-0. 4-1 Dan Dwyer is with me. Audrey's going 4-0. 4-2 for Bear in the Garden. 3-0 says Michael Behan. 4-3 says Dickie. Ola Anderson is going 5-2. 2-0 to Duran, says Mr. Lyons. Matt Hands is going 3-1. Jimmy Kiernan is going 2-1. C. Lina is going 6-1. Mark Kelly going 3-0. 2-0 Villa, says JP76. Cenotaph is going 5-1. Andy Badger is going 4-1. 4-1 says Richie Ryan. 1-0 says Stephen Dunn. Greg is going for 4-1. Tyra is going for 5-0. Mike Brosnan is going for 2-1. There we go. He's changed it. Bundia and Young. That's the job. John DeJanny's going 5-1. Dave Lacey's going 3-0. Osgerm's going 3-1. Rich Burton's going 5-0. Shane Coleman's going 3-1. John Morgan is going for 4-1. And I think that might be the last one. Dave Lacey's going for a Duran hat-trick in a 3-0 Villa win. So I'm actually going to leave you with that as well there, guys, because I'm going to start coughing like mad here. I can feel it coming on. Dean Blackwood's going for 6-0. Richard Burton's going 8-0 with Durant to score all 8. Put a bet on that and give all the money to the Aston Villa Foundation. Texrat's going for 8-0. Declan Bagnall's going 2-2. Lily Tate's going 5-1. Mr. Ponge is going 4-2. And yeah, Richie Stato isn't actually having a show tonight. I think he said he was sick as a dog. I think he's come down with something, so I don't think he's having a show tonight for a watch along. I could be wrong. But I think he said something about that. Usually we throw directly into Stato's stuff, but I didn't see he had one loaded unless I missed it earlier on today. Let me just check that for Stato, because as I say, Stato throws you guys then back into us after the game is finished. So I want to make sure that if he does, no, it doesn't seem that AVFC Stato has a link up tonight. I know he had something up online to say that he was feeling a bit under the weather today, so he may not have something up. The Duffmeister he says late to the show, sorry, is Philly Jean injured? Yes, he is. He was sick, and he picked up another small injury again, so not ideal, because it would be great to have him, but now we get to see Caden Young instead. So brilliant stuff. Guys, I'm going to finish off here with Michael Huggins says 3-1, and Dennis Farrell is gone for 8-3 as well. Rich Burton gone for 12. Rich Burton, I think you might put that one on for the Villa Foundation and see what it comes back with. That would be fantastic. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you go at that. I'm just looking at the time here, and I too have to go and collect something as well. And I've got to go cough because I'm trying to stifle it here by talking. But we will be back directly after the game for a post-match podcast, and I hope you'll all join us then, and we'll be talking about, hopefully, a great performance from the young Villa team and a nice Aston Villa win. But until then, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and all that's left to say is up the Villa.